Trail cameras are a great way to record wildlife and the many beautiful creatures that inhabit this planet, but not all of the footage they record is of happy deer playing around. Sometimes, something strange occurs that makes the camera owners wish they had never allowed the footage to be recorded in the first place. Here are unknown creatures caught on trail cams. Subscribe to the channel, grab some snacks, and let's go. Aggressive Yeti. What could possibly be more terrifying than being murdered by a Yeti? In January 2021, two friends on a 3-day hiking adventure came across a Yeti, which is significantly more terrifying than your typical wild animal. When they returned to their base camp with firewood, the Yeti materialized out of thin air and began examining their backpacks. The Yeti unintentionally pepper sprayed itself in the eyes during the unwarranted inspection, which made it panic and become aggressive. Before stumbling down the hilly terrain, it almost fell on the hikers. Ghost attempts to hide. A trail camera placed on a bridge next to a haunted house caught footage of a ghost that fell into a small stream. The camera was placed in the area to investigate the cause of disturbance in the area in the dead of night. After viewing the footage, many people believe that this would rather be the cause of a young woman being possessed by a ghost. Flying humanoid. If the furry humanoids weren't creepy enough, we now have one that can fly. Two young boys were playing in the backyard of a farm in Kent, United Kingdom, when their father spotted a strange-looking hive. As he recorded the scene, the boys got closer to the hive and a flying bug emerged. At first, they assumed it was a firefly or a dragonfly, but they soon realized it was humanoid from head to toe. Its body was fully human-like, with wings for flight. As it emerged, the father and the children reacted by running away. Since the video has gone viral, many people have referred to it as a real-life fairy. Glowing-eyed mummy chase. In September 2019, two co-workers were driving home from work when a manly figure in the dark began sprinting parallel to them. Seconds later, the ghostly figure closed in towards the light, revealing its final form. It appeared to look like a mummy with glowing eyes and an incredible speed at first, but then it tried to jump into the car when the driver was able to stop it. This was most likely a mummy who may have become possessed by a supernatural being rather than a human. Jungle highway crawler. A few days ago, a transport driver traveling through the dense Valdivian temperate rainforest came across a naked-looking crawler in the middle of the road. It appeared to be quite skinny as a frame of moving skeleton with a very bleak face and hair, though it remained mostly stationary, but the driver claimed that it was too eager to get close. The driver, who turned around for alternate route out of fear of his safety, was criticized by many for not helping a possible man in distress. Skinwalker attack in woods. It's probably best to avoid an unsettling humming sound if you hear one. Oh. When a man stopped for a smoke break while driving through Montana's countryside, he heard an eerie humming sound. Curious about it, he went into the woods to investigate. Suddenly, a skinny, swift-moving skinwalker appeared out of nowhere, pursuing the man almost like a predator. What happened next is still a mystery. However, the fact that this video was able to be viewed online suggests that the man who shot it might have lived. Humpy ghost. Friends were setting off firecrackers to celebrate the 4th of July when they were interrupted by a high-pitched guttural cry. Curious to find out what was making the noise, they decided to investigate the noise while passing through the trees. They were abruptly stopped after spotting what appears to be a strange humpy entity in the dark. Since getting closer for identification was out of the question, they flung a flying firecracker in its direction before fleeing. Many believe it to have been a drugged-up person, but whatever it was a terrifying sight to witness. Slenderman. The Slenderman first appeared in the middle of two friends and a young girl in 2018 as they were traveling across the United States. The Slenderman forced the driver to turn off the road and into the grass before stopping. A few seconds later, the camera blacked out and resumed recording, showing the Slenderman walking in the woods with the young child, one of the two friends vanished, but the other was able to locate the child using a note that was probably left behind by the Slender Man. To this day, investigators have not been able to identify the tall man or determine his origin. Shady Beast. A passerby spotted a troubled-looking individual as it emerged from behind the grass in a woodland area in Nebraska, but with little to no surrounding trees, the likelihood that it is a monkey is next to impossible. When it approached and sat up on its hind, revealing its terrifying face as it started chasing the recorder, the author of the video initially believed it to be a monkey in distress or an animal of some kind. After the video went viral, it was dubbed the Shady Beast, which is a gorilla known for hunting birds, which proves that this isn't a gorilla. Forest Zombie. This appears to be either a zombie or a clown, or possibly both, after numerous reports of something haunting a small area of a forest in Ontario, Canada. Paranormal investigators decided to investigate. After searching for several hours, they were unable to find any ghosts, but instead discovered a zombified being that was stalking them from a distance. Upon one of the paranormal investigators spotting this haunting figure, it quickly fled behind the tree and into the darkness. Imagine the fear of such a nightmare ambushing you. It had sparkly eyes, clown makeup, swift reflexes, and was gigantic. Creepy cryptid encounter. While seeking adventure, a traveler in the Appalachian Mountains of North America came across a hideous-looking animal that was hiding behind a dried-up tree trunk. Its face appeared to be deformed and had what appeared to be a beak. Its intentions were unclear as it never moved much other than to keep the eyes locked onto the recorder. Tourists described it to be an unrecognizable animal that was later pronounced to be a cryptid. Giant Tarzan. A construction worker in Minnesota who was taking a break noticed a very tall man who appeared to be almost naked and was only wearing a dark piece of clothing. This real-life Tarzan had a height twice that of the average person. However, as one of the workers riding his bicycle passed by that point and the footage was taken, this real-life Tarzan vanished. Naked Man. The naked man claimed that he had been robbed, beaten up, and stripped of all clothing by bullies during the music festival before being dropped in the woods. After days of trying to survive, he decided to stick next to the creek. A hunter was passing by a forest near the Tomorrow World area when he heard someone calling at him for help. Upon looking down, he saw a man with not a stitch of clothing on him standing by the creek with a walking cane. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make use of the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification icon so you won't miss out on our amazing videos. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.